So because we were separate people by the time that Naomi was about to hang Shinohara, I think we're just supposed to let the darkening take over. But I don't know for a fact.
I think we're supposed to
I'm
let.
gonna
We're not supposed to let it take over. We need to stop it.
Then it takes us over,
press
so we,
X to doubt.
because we kill Seiko.
It takes us over, but we kind of
Gotta
have
go
we have
back
to find a way to
in.
stop it. We can't let
Alright,
it
here we
take
go.
us.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep, 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 yep. We'll just do this.
Speedrun strats. Let's go.
Just look, take a closer look. Brr.
Somebody drew over it in fluorescent paint. Alright. We've done everything in here now.
So, what percent is the darkening at now? It's the
55.
exact same. Okay.
Same.
Have we?
Alright, so let's go back up.
Wow.
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 3A.
Okay.
Freeze!
That.
Pull it.
I pulled it.
Pop it. Squeeze it. Twist it. Pull it.
Pass
Fuck
it.
it.
Okay, still at 55. Oopsies. Oops.
Oopsie oopsie. Go up to the bathroomy.
Well, let's go see what the spooky flashlight shows us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
No matter how much I wandered, I just couldn't seem to figure out where Seiko had run off to.
Oh
And I'd
boy.
been teased from the shadows and the frightened the whole time I was searching. I couldn't take much more of it, I was losing my mind. When I came back to my senses, I found myself standing in the hallway on the 3rd floor of the school building. I began to doubt myself, to doubt the fated events that lay ahead, or whatever these horrific future memories were. It couldn't actually happen, right? I had no real reason to doubt the things I'd been envisioning, of course, but I kept telling myself that this was all just paranoia. I'd experienced deja vu many times in my life, ever since I was a little girl. It didn't have to mean anything. Someone once told me that deja vu was just the brain recognizing a similar situation from one's past and making a false connection, pulling the wrong file. Please, no more. Seiko! Please don't leave me here by myself.
Gurgling noises.
Yeah, really.
Oof.
I basically lost all ability to reason, as if my mind had been taken over by some outside force. I broke down on the spot and began crying.
Oh,
There's the
no.
bucket.
Yep, what's that?
Bucket.
A loud sound caught my attention. It sounded like someone kicking a wall. I shot up from the ground as if I were yanked. And as I rose, my brain began recognizing a similar situation from my past. A file was being pulled. No. Sounds of a struggle coming from inside the bathroom stall.
No.
It's exactly the same.
No.
Not again.
Here we go again.
Oh no.
There was an eerie stillness in the air within the girls' lavatory. It didn't feel like there was anyone else in here with me, but I sensed a slight movement in the 3rd stall from the back, as if it were just closed. My heart was racing. I was so nervous. It felt like all of my blood in my body had begun flowing in reverse. Behind this door,
Was a skeleton.
It was you. We saved her.
Seiko, where are you? I miss you. Just looking at the news sent a wave of dark feelings through my mind. The specter of death was right in front of me, bearing its fangs.
Cut
If
the
I
noose
went
down.
too much longer without finding her... That same dull thud echoed again from behind me. Startled, I turned back toward the stall. No one was there, so what was I hearing? The wall? There's a breeze coming out from it.
Hmm? This is new.
I stepped inside and began lightly knocking on the back wall in several different spots. It's hollow. Looking closely, the wall did just out very slightly right around the exact same spot. Unconsciously, I pushed on it, and a small piece of the paneling swung out into the open space beyond like a door. It was well hidden, to say the least. Never once would I have guessed there would be a hidden room behind this particular bathroom stall. It's really dark in here. This leads to the basement.
Oof.
Oh.
The room was extremely narrow, making it feel longer than it was. You could fit maybe 2 tatami mats on the ground here, end to end. The hole was cut into the floor on the back, outfitted with a ladder leading down into the main school building below. I peered down the hole, but could see no signs of a floor, nor the end of the ladder. The thing could lead all the way to the ground level, or even farther. Whether due to pressure differentials or the breeze of the air, the secret door suddenly shut itself behind me.
Oh.
That must have been what I was hearing earlier. A wretched smell was wafting up from below, hardly a surprise given where I was. I didn't want to imagine what unspeakable things might await me at the bottom of this ladder, but if Seiko had gone this way, I shook off my misgivings and began descending.
He's making a farting noise.
Yeah, really.
Fart.
I wondered if maybe this ladder ended in a garbage dump or something. I stopped in my tracks, seriously considering turning back. But I didn't want to miss something and have to do this again later, so I figured I might as well tough it out and see what I might find down at the bottom. I was waffling between my desire to be thorough and my instinct to turn back, but I kept climbing down all the while, holding my breath as much as I could. Sure is wet. If I'm not careful, I might slip!
Great.
Ew.
Ew.
Pile of bodies.
It's fleshy.
I'm really glad it's not
Gross.
a garbage dump. I seemed to be in a cave-like room with muddy walls and a dirt floor. Looking up, I could see a very faint light coming from the hole I just climbed through, but the whole area was otherwise pitch black. There doesn't seem to be anything to find in here at all. I'm probably just wasting my time. While surveying my surroundings as best as I could, I attempted to stand up, but that didn't go very well.
Oh, your leg's
Oh.
broken.
Ow, what the hell? My ankle had swollen pretty badly and felt like it was on fire. It was the same sprained ankle Seiko had tended earlier. I must have landed on it when I slipped from the ladder, aggravating it further. No, why is this happening? I made another attempt to get up, this time onto my good ankle. I shifted my weight so the majority of it would rest on that leg, maybe if I walk. Ow, my throat hurts.
Same.
Can somebody take over for me,
Hi.
please?
No such luck. I wasn't going anywhere. I was stuck in this dark, dank cave where no one would ever find me with the ladder I couldn't use. My leg had begun going numb, and the pain from my ankle was almost unbearable.
Are we sure you
Ouch.
simply sprained it at this point? You did land on it.
I can't see, it's dark.
No, I have to get out of here. I have to.
Leaning on the wall for support, I attempted to stand once more, this time holding my sprained ankle in the air as best as I could. I placed both my hands on the ladder, but it was no use. I couldn't even make the first step. Mustering all my
Oh, God.
strength, I figured I'd give it a jumping try, even if it was only with one leg. But as soon as the other came in contact with the bottom rung of of that wet, slippery ladder,
The narrator came back from his lunch
Ooh.
break.
I could feel myself turning pale. I was well and truly stuck. This was no joke. I was frantic. I tried climbing the ladder again and again, but just kept finding myself sprawled unceremoniously across the ground.
Oh
This is
Well.
where I die.
no.
I couldn't even say how many times I challenged those damned rungs. I even searched the walls nearby for another way out. Load previous save is all I can think, but it was simply no use. Tears were welling up in my eyes.
I'm sorry, Seiko. I can't make it. I can't save you.
Wall. And then, all of a sudden, I sensed a person in front of me.
Oh no.
If you want to find your friend, you can't just give up. I'm impressed you made it this far. You've done well.
Watch it be Sachiko.
Oh, it's Sachiko!
Yep,
Fuck!
I knew it!
It was a little girl. She was just there, and she spoke to me in a very comforting voice. Then she hugged me tightly, as if trying to shroud her head with her being fucked.
Aw. There, it's alright. I'll let you see her if you'd like. Will you listen to what I have to say?
No.
No.
I don't care who. I don't care if it was a person or a ghost. I just wanted somebody, anybody, to save Seiko.
Good. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. Everything's going to be okay. Painful memories, you see, are the funniest of them all.
You're dead.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
I died. Uh-oh.
Naomi, you insensitive joik. No, I shouldn't say that about it. It was my fault. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to read my own thoughts and my own words? Shit.
You don't feel my pain, fucko. Feel it.
Naomi was just scared. And after what she went through, I won't blame her. She's always been so cheery. And so kind. Ugh, my throat's killing me.
Aw.
But I brought out all her pain, all her tears. That's turning into Christopher Walken. And that's one thing a friend should never do. A smile suits her face best of all. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Naomi. I'm sorry for making you so sad. I feel lost without you.
Papa? Running?
It's the same for me, Seiko.
Nani?
What the fuck?
Oh!
Seiko, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I just want us to be together forever.
Naomi. Well, wait, hold on.
Huh?
I'm mentally confused about what's going on still.
Yeah,
so
wait.
wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
It's such
But
a
when
disguise.
I'm with you, don't I make you mad? Don't I rub you the wrong way and make things unbearable for you?
Of
Like
course
right
you
now?
don't. That was just me being stubborn and pouting and behaving like a spoiled brat.
Oh.
So,
Okay,
Seiko
I'll go back. I'll do it
approached me
again.
with
That's
her
fine. I
arms
got it. I got it.
outstretched.
I got it.
She wanted to hug me.
I got
and I
it.
immediately obliged without the slightest hesitation.
Fine, you got
fuck
it.
You. I'm the thoughts.
I'm the thought. You a thought.
This was Seiko, warm and alive, soft and smelling lovely as usual. What? the
I'll never
fuck?
let you go again.
Oof.
Me neither.
You'd better not.
Sorry, Yugi.
There's a Japanese-style room over there with tatami mats and everything. We should go sit down and try to calm our nerves a little.
Break sounds nice. Let's go. That
Oh
just,
no!
yeah,
Is
that's
this
the
how?
wrong accent.
This is how we fucking.
Custodian's closet.
This is how we lured her.
This is one of those doors that won't open, isn't it?
Oh? I passed out earlier, I guess. When I came to, I was lying down in this room. I was someplace underground, I think. With no way out. And then I saw a little girl, was it? For the life of me, I just couldn't remember clearly.
That's really odd. Maybe you have a guardian angel on your side. Or a ghost.
Come on, don't say that.
Bada bing, bada boom. Well, remember what the spirit told us when we first got here. He said, not all ghosts are bad.
Not all bad, huh? Seiko calmly opened the door and stepped into the custodian's closet. I could hardly believe this was the same person who got scared out of her mind at the first sight of a ghost only a few hours before. You seem a lot more fearless now than you were when we got here, Seiko. Or is it just me?
As long as you're around, Naomi, I feel like I've got nothing at all to be scared of.
I need hot chocolate. Oh my god.
And then
my
she
God.
kills me.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but just make sure you don't let your guard down, okay? Oh god, that was...
Oh boy.
There weren't any
Oh man, I
working
remember
lights,
this room with
Yeah.
that TV.
TV.
but it definitely felt a lot safer in here than it did in the creepy, creaky hallways. The two of us plopped down next to one another on the tatami. For a long while, neither of us said a word. I guess we weren't sure what to talk about. I'm so glad you're okay, Seiko.
You too, Naomi. How's the ankle? Still hurt?
I feel like it did really badly for a while there, but it's totally fine at the moment.
Glad to hear it.
Did you manage
Glad
to
to
find
hear
your
you were
paper
in
doll
pain.
scrap?
No, it's still missing. Guess I must have dropped it somewhere else. Finding anything in this place is quite a feat.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. Then when we get back, we can always ask the class rep to perform the ritual again. No, we should not do that thing.
No, do it.
That's true.
Once we've calmed down a bit, we reached a point where we simply didn't want to leave the room anymore. We had no desire to go back into those halls. So we didn't. We stayed right where we were for a really long time, just chatting endlessly with another, casual as can be. About class and the festival and our sleepover the previous night. Ordinary, everyday
Why is there so much
conversation.
blood on your face?
I don't know. But then I happened to look over and catch Seiko staring at me. Yeah, totally. Seiko, is something wrong?
Huh? No, it's nothing.
It was too dark to see Seiko's features in any great detail, but something seemed to
Wait a
miss.
second.
It was her face. Was she
I
blushing?
shine a flashlight. Could you not do that? Naomi?
Wait a second.
Will you be the bada bing to my bada boom? This is hard for me to say. But, well,
What is it? She had an uncharacteristically serious expression on her face and seemed really
I'm
nervous.
dead.
What was it, Seiko? What were you trying to tell me?
Is it Kabiki in that closet back there?
Dad, never you mind, yeah.
Oh, come on. Now my curiosity is killing me. Just spit it
That's
out
not the only
already.
thing killing you.
No. Too
Promise you
soon.
won't laugh?
If you don't want me to, then I won't.
Okay, because I'm totally serious here.
Oh? My heart skipped a beat. This was the beginning. How could I have been so dense all this time?
I want your boyfriend.
What a turn!
Shit!
Since we have no idea what's gonna happen to us here, there's something I really need to tell you.
Okay.
I
Seiko's
want
focus
your
changed.
sister.
Her gaze was not directed squarely at my lips. Wait, was this?
What?
Will you bada boom me?
Bada boom.
Huh?
Huh?
I want to bada boom you.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Why?
Because I bada love you.
Bada love
As
you.
a friend, right?
That is factually incorrect.
Seiko didn't say a word. She just shook her head fervently. I was dumbfounded. Was she confessing to me?
And now this is where you kill her.
I hadn't even had a boy confess to me yet.
Murder her.
She hung her head low, staring down at her feet. My silence seemed almost like it was causing her physical pain. She looked like she might explode. I couldn't see her face clearly, but I was certain she must have been quivering and blushing from ear to ear. You're serious.
I'd marry you if I could. I want to bada boom you and hug you too.
That was the first time I'd ever heard Seiko speak so softly or with such a stammer in her voice.
Bada boom you.
This is a great place to do it. In a haunted
Could
school.
you stop crying?
Before I knew it, I was crying, and I had no idea why. Seiko, I'm sorry.
Here comes the noose.
I ran out of the
Oh,
room
no.
and just took down the hall. Why would we do that?
No!
I'm the one
Why?
going for the noose now.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I still couldn't tell why I was crying. It's like I was scared, or maybe I was happy, or maybe I just lost a friend.
Because you got a girlfriend now. Congrats.
I need to calm down now. The Seiko I was friends with wasn't gone. She hadn't been lost. Regardless of whether or not I was able to return her feelings, I owed her at least a thank you. Seiko must have been pretty deep in regret by that point. I needed to get back to her. Needed to let her know I would still stand by her.
Where did you run?
Yeah, really, where did we go?
This was the worst place to confess your love. In a haunted
I was suddenly distracted
school.
by the sound of dripping water nearby. It was as if someone had left a faucet on, but only just, and it was slowly spilling out onto the floor. But where was it? It sounded close, yet there was no sign of running water anywhere that I could see. I had a bad feeling about this. All I knew was
blood.
it was close. Like, really close. Wait. No, it couldn't... Oh!
Oh, the piano wire.
Oh!
Black
Oh,
fluid
wait,
was
no.
running down my thighs and pulling at the floor beneath my feet.
Oh no.
As you mature.
What the hell? What is this? I hesitantly collected a bit on my finger and studied. It wasn't blood, it was almost tar-like in consistency, smooth and vicious.
Oh, that's gross. That's
It
just
seemed to be faintly
gross.
glowing as well. Why was something like this coming out of my body? Ugh.
Oh.
As you mature, it gets weird.
I went to wipe my finger on my skirt and shifted in place, only to lose my footing and fall backwards, landing hard on my rear. I put my hands on the sides of my head,
so
closed my eyes, and
gross.
screamed. I reached my limit. I just wanted all of this to be over. But try as I might to shut out the world was determined not to be ignored. It was like heaven and earth were moving all around me. I felt dizzy. It was like my soul and my body were separating. I became acutely aware of my own mass and started obsessing over it. I was so heavy. My head in particular. The human cranium weighs about 5 kilograms, and I could feel every last gram straining my neck muscles. It was hurting my back. What's happening? I'm losing consciousness and can't open my eyes. This is where we kill her. All the blood in my body came rushing up to my head. Why was this happening? I could feel the blood vessels in my face pressing against my skin. I could see blood behind my eyelids. It hurts,
Oh,
it
no.
hurts, it hurts so
Ow.
much. The blood just kept coming, it wouldn't
Xbox.
stop. It felt as if my blood vessels, my eyes, my whole head could burst at any moment. Be careful! You're about to fall into the valley of the past and future memories!
I'm sorry.
Just as my last vestiges of consciousness were fading, I heard a little girl's voice. But I was in pain. I was weighed down and I couldn't open my eyes. If you wish to save your friend, you'll need to overcome fate itself. What are you saying? The heaviness in my head grew at an alarming rate, and
That's
I heard
like
a
a
tearing
taser.
sound behind my ears. It was the sound of a major blood vessel breaking wide open.
Oh.
I was certain I was going to die, but then the pain and dizziness simply vanished. I had the sensation of a faint shimmering before my eyes, and I wondered if maybe I could open them now. Slowly and carefully, I relaxed the muscles that were so forcibly and fearfully holding my eyelids shut.
Oh.
Where am I?
Home.
This isn't Heavenly Host. I knew exactly where I was. I've seen this image a million times before. I've seen it just this morning with Seiko. This was my house. Am I really home? Was it all a dream, maybe?
No.
Mom!
Nope.
I'm home!
There is blood.
Something wasn't right. My field of vision was low to the ground, and everything around me looked much larger than it should. What was going on?
You're a child.
Now Yuki.
Who?
Naomi. Naomi, guess what? I brought you a cat.
Dad?
Oh.
Oh.
You've always
Oh.
been so mature. Just watching the house all by yourself when we're away. Come on. Pet it. Isn't she great?
Natsumi's the mom.
Oh. That
You're
gummit.
the mom and the dad.
I'm the and the daddy.
Mom?
Now you'll have someone to keep you company. Sorry, we're always so late coming home from work, sweetie. It's so nice that we can trust you, though. I'm really sorry, but now you won't be lonely anymore, right? Whatever
Stop
these voices
this.
are.
May would spend half her time indoors and the other half in the backyard, as if she were out to pasture or something. It may not have been much land, but that was her territory, and she rarely ventured outside of it. Once I was so upset that my parents were going to be late coming home from work again that I scooped May and ran away from home for a little while. Oh no, are we gonna kill the cat?
Kitty.
No,
Stop
don't
it.
do it.
It's
Kitty.
because you're here, May. It's because you're here. Papa and Mama don't think they have to
Oh
come home.
no.
It's your fault, you know.
Naomi, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Where did you May run off to?
I'm sorry, May. I don't want us to be apart. I said a really mean thing to you, May. I'm so sorry.
Now. It's all right, Naomi. May will always be
no.
there for you. She loves you, you know. She can sense exactly how you feel, and she's very understanding.
And we're bawling.
Ball.
It wasn't long after that
Ball,
May ran away. I searched for her every day through teary eyes, but in the end, she never did come home.
It's such a pity. I guess even cats get strange ideas in their heads from time to time.
That wasn't
Time
it.
to time. And you two were such good friends, too.
I did this.
But you'll make a new friend in no time. You just need to put this out of your mind and move on.
It's because May was so understanding and kind-hearted that she disappeared from my life. If only I hadn't said what I said to her. And we're crying. May, come back, please.
Gonna kill the cat.
May?
Gary, come home.
You never changed, do you?
Mom? Mom, where are you?
She's dead.
Dude.
It's a ghost.
She's not here.
Oh.
I can... Naomi?
Brooklyn.
I'm your mom now.
Seiko?
Oh.
Seiko? Seiko, are you alright? I've been looking all over for you. I'm so sorry about before.
Hi, Sachiko.
I'm gonna feed you pieces of your cat.
She didn't respond, but she didn't have to. This was definitely Seiko. I can't see you very well. Come a little closer, please. Let me see your face.
Come a little closer.
I drew in towards Seiko, who was sitting on the ground, and rested my head on her shoulder. Then I wrapped my arms around her. I still couldn't see her face. I thought it might be because of the dim lighting in the room. But no, that wasn't it. Something was very wrong here.
Flashlight.
Seiko wasn't moving an inch, and that's when I
She's
realized
dead.
her skin was cold. Eep. She's dead? Wait, where was I? Was I at home? Or was this Heavenly Host? The last thing I remembered was frantically trying to find her again. I could smell incense coming from somewhere far off, and finally realized that this wasn't reality.
It's not reality. Da-da-da.
Now arriving at Kishi Station. What is going on?
What the fuck?
No. No,
What is
this
this?
person sitting perfectly still on the floor, not saying a word. This isn't Seiko. So who was it? Oh, jeez.
Oh, buddy. Sachiko.
Naomi.
Within the unyielding darkness, I knew that whoever it was taking Seiko's shape was coming toward me.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Oh,
She's here. She's
Oh.
right next to me. I can feel her breath. I can sense her presence. Who are you?
Oh,
fuck.
God.
Which one?
Brooklyn.
It's
Or
Brooklyn.
the creepy one.
I'm your friend with the broken neck. Remember? Bada bing, bada bam.
Boom.
This is the future, where you make me die.
Ah! No, I want to see that again. No! God damn it!
Why did you leave me by myself back there? After we finally managed to get back together, too. I was so worried that I'd hurt you. So worried, and that's why things turned out this way.
No, don't say that.
It was you, Naomi. You
Are
will
they
now
lay
be
there
visited by the ghost of Christmas past and present. The future came first for some reason.
As I lay there stricken with grief, I heard the footsteps of a child approach. I looked up and saw a little girl with a red dress standing over me.
Oh, no.
Do you want to save your friend no matter what it takes? Who? What are you? I'm the one who controls the fate of this world. I had no clue what she meant by that,
It's kill or be killed.
but I remembered that she's been giving me advice this whole time. She had a different air about her than the other spirits around the school building. I felt like maybe she was on my side. I want to
No.
save her. Please, if there's some way to do it, tell me how. I'll give you another chance to remember. Think hard. What you've just seen are events from your past, which is also the future through which your spirit now passes. In other words, this isn't the first time you've experienced a sequence of events. But you already knew that, didn't you?
Nani?
This sort of thing doesn't happen. It should have sounded like complete nonsense to me. But I didn't say a word. I just nodded. They were only fragments, but nonetheless I was seeing crystal clear visions of what I can only assume was my first time experiencing these events. That sense of deja vu I'd been feeling wasn't just some crazy delusion or misidentified nerve impulse in my brain. It was real. Then you've also already seen the trigger event from which your despair originated. So now you fight against this fated demise. What?
Paper.
No, no.
Oh, you were crying this whole goddamn time.
When I came back to my senses, I found myself standing in the hallway on the third floor of the school building. When did I get here? How long had I been here? I looked down and sure enough, there were puddles of black all around me. It was that vicious fluid that had been spilling out from inside me. A palpable manifestation of dread spreading out across the floor. But this was no time to sulk. I had to think about Seiko. I left her all by herself again. I wonder if she's still in the custodian's room. That sound. It was coming from inside the bathroom. There was a violent banging coming from one of the stalls. With a lump in my throat and a shiver down my spine, I slowly crept in to take a look.
You already know what the fuck's going on.
There was an eerie stillness in the air within the girl's lavatory.
Wait a minute, this is the exact same quote.
It is.
Open it,
Oh no.
I think.
This was the source of all the bad feelings and uncomfortable premonitions I'd been having. Now?
Train.
Really?
Loud.
Yep.
You guys are assholes.